Thanks for all the positive feedback on the Cohutta video. All of you guys who are loving it. It is the biggest, most epic ride I have done to date. The only thing I've gotten back that I can use as useful criticism on the video is that it is too long. It's an hour and 20 minutes. It's a full-length movie when you go to watch it. So what I decided to do here was to cut the video into thirds. So each day will be its own video. So the first video will be day one. We're going to take the Cohutta Georgia Traverse from Dalton to the Cohutta. Day two, we're going to do the entire Big Frog Loop in one day. We're going clockwise, Tennessee and Georgia, and we camp overnight in that one spot. In day three, we're going to go sightseeing in the Cohutta. We're going to go to all the overlooks, spend a few minutes with GoPro, wide-angle lens, zoomed in with the iPhone, look at the mountains, and we're going to have a really good day. And about halfway through that day, while I'm exploring campsites, we're going to bump into some guys from Wicked Jeeps, and we're going to finish the day riding with them. So that's the 3 parts. So you can click on any links. I'll try to put them in the screen if I figure out how to do that. If not, they'll be in the comments, which usually are down there somewhere. We ended day one camped on the western side of the Big Frog Loop. Now we will leave that campsite. We will head north on the Big Frog Loop going clockwise. The idea here is to make this Cohutta video very different than the last Cohutta video. I think I see on what may or may not be a path or a campsite, judging by the fact it's been chainsawed. Let's go up here and check it out. I don't want to go too far off the trail though if it ain't a campsite. Oh, it is a campsite. Not a bad campsite. Bigger route though, not by myself. Good spot to save for coming back in the future. So I'll explore. So now I'll pull off down here and map it. And it's got to be, you know, it ain't on the other map. I mean, the trees are all cut here, so I'm assuming they cut this out for this reason. One day I need to call them guys and ask them how they make these campsites. That way I make sure I know I'm following the rules correctly. So last tree we were at was March 7. This one's March 6. Must be something to do with the zones that they know about that I don't know about. I know they're doing controlled burns in a lot of this area. National Forest Wilderness. Closed to motor vehicle and motorized equipment. Which means no four-wheelers. You see those yellow signs on the trees out there that say closed to vehicles? It means closed to vehicles. Don't go driving down there. You ain't even got a gate up on it, but don't do it. Placing on my head here. So we're passing the entrance to Murray Lake. There's Murray's Lake right there. We're not going Murray's Lake. We went there last year. I'm good. We're going to go on past it. We're going to go down because that That might be Pleasant Gap. This run right here. There's a campground right down here, but the thing with this campground you need to know is I'm pretty sure you have to reserve your spots in advance. Dog might get out and check out this little river down here. Come on. Chase, come on. Is this a campsite? Can you camp here? Do not move the rocks. Okay, cool. I didn't know you could camp here. Down here when it's warm, you can see some. Get down here and get the water. Let's go check out what's down here. You gotta watch out for snakes walking through the woods. Granted, as cold as it is, they ain't gonna be moving fast, but they'll be here. So this whole area flooded recently. That's what all this is. This is where a flood. This is what it looks like when the creek floods down by my house. So that's probably where I washed a lot of trash down from upstream. I'm gonna say that line right there is where it quit flooding. That's how high up it went. That's what that mark is. And pretty recent too. have left Georgia. We are now in Tennessee. My tradition. Go dogs! Just make sure we're clear on that one. So, I'm telling you, there's a prescribed burn in the area. We're going to take the long way around the Georgia-Tennessee line. And it's telling you they got a prescribed burn area. So, I already knew about it though. I looked it up before I came up here. Hopefully, we're able to avoid all of it. Now, if you're looking to come ride the Big Frog Loop, know the Tennessee section is not challenging. It is just very bumpy. I had to slow down to about 5 to 8 miles an hour for the entire part of this trail. And that's aired down to 18 to 20 PSI on my tires. It is just bumpy and it will beat you. But it's not challenging. Like I say, it's just bumpy. All the puddles I didn't film were deep. I hit that one, there's nothing to it. Ooh, there's some rocks. It's not that rough. Tennessee side, good lord, this is rough. Dude I passed in the Bronco yesterday told me, because they didn't want to do the Tennessee side again. Now I'm gonna say it ain't that hard. We also haven't gotten to that big rut yet. Poor dog back here don't know what to think all this bouncing around. This is, my God, that is steep. They've been burning all day. But that's 200 feet higher than what I am right now. This here is a campsite we are not going to stay at. We're just coming down to check it out. Beautiful right here. Good spot to stay. You are right on the side of the road. There's no privacy here, but it is a nice spot. It ain't that many people. I just passed some people in a 4Runner who watched one of my videos last night. They said, oh, that's pretty cool. I don't think that's the first time that's ever happened. I've been places and met people that watch the videos, but first time I ever met somebody on a trail that had just watched, ironically, the very video, the very trail we're riding on. So yeah, pretty cool. But that being said, it's so what I also like to see is it's fairly clean. All these campsites are trashed pretty bad, and this one ain't that bad, so can't complain there. Jeep. So we're not going to go any farther. Go get back to Jeep, keep on riding, because I don't want to waste all day. Over the rocks, bridge right. I don't know if this is the intended exit. Would definitely be fun. Remember, like I always say, guys, this is not an off-road park. This is a Forest Service road. I don't want to cause problems with the Forest Service Department. I mean, the Jeep's totally capable of making that climb. I just don't want to. I don't want to cause problems. You know, if you want to go off-roading, go to off-road parks. If you want to enjoy camping, being outdoors, and enjoying the forest, you go to Forest Service roads, which is what this is. Just a road through the forest. Yes, you want forward drive and all that stuff like that, but it's not to be challenging. It's just meant to be able to get you there, and if you get stuck, be able to get you back out. There's my disclaimer for this video. parts are way smoother. Oh, they've graveled it. That's why it's way smoother. I see the gravel. More campsites right here. Another little creek. Please don't move the rocks. Tennessee. Back in the Jeep, keep on rolling. Ground right here. And it's got a campground right there. You ain't got to be driving Jeeps, I guess, but that's the most common thing people do this with. I am questioning how much longer this section here is going to be open. Bet you that gets closed before long. Watch all these rocks out. Somewhere here. Protect it, otherwise it's going to wash away. Last year I said I wish I could have done this spot going up. It would have been harder. Yeah, I get my wish. We're going up, but it's fun. So we'll get a video of it. are back in Georgia. That's what I'm talking about. We are 3,000 feet above sea level. If I don't zoom in on this, I need to. Man, what a view. But ain't nowhere near like the one we're going to have here about another hour. So this is where we started. Big frog loop. Yeah, English. Big frog loop last year. We started it here. You go that way to Blue Ridge, Nella J, and all that. We're not going that way. We're going this way. We're gonna go back, find us a camp spot for tonight. The little open air cemetery thing. Dyer Mountain Cemetery. We'll be passing that here in a little bit. Love this lookout. Man, I love that lookout right there. Beautiful one. This is the first lookout I ever saw up here. And it was raining and storming, but I saw it. Here we are, back at the overlook. If you ever want to feel small compared to God's creation, my God, get up in a spot where you can see this far away. You realize all this is made in 6 days, and you are a grasshopper compared to a giant when you look at something like this. Good Lord, this is beautiful. Get my iPhone out, take some pictures with that too. Yeah, this is a breathtaking view. I mean, to be back here again, to see it again, it still amazes me. I didn't realize there's like a little town or something right here directly due south. Now that I know where this is on the map, I'm gonna go figure out what some of these places are around here. Last time I was here is the first time I'd ever seen it. Obviously, now I've seen it before. God, it's beautiful. But it is also really cold. So I'm not gonna stay here and admire this for long. This is definitely one worth spending all the time you can afford to look at.
Promo code back or call 800-9.
So whenever I came in from Dalton area, I came from that way. This is the side of the mountain I believe I was looking at the whole way up. Somewhere down in there is the town I came in. I drove up Highway 411. There's a highway right there going towards that smoke. Could be that. Who knows? I'm looking for a road. Highway 411 will be a big road. And some train tracks ran next to it. We crossed all that coming up here. We got a signal here, obviously, because I'm getting text messages like crazy now. Anyways, we got to find a camp spot. We're running out of daylight. It's 4:44. We got to roll. This is campsite for day number 2. Let's come down here. Check this out, because I'm going to show you something really cool. We're maybe a mile south of our spot, if even a mile. Maybe. The cool thing is I'm watching for snakes as well through here. Even though it's cold, it is spring, rattlesnakes are out, so we gotta watch. Look right here. Look right here. Do you see those mountains right there? I'm right over there camping. I've been watching sunrise above these mountains right here. So now I'm actually right next to the mountains I watch the sunrise from. That's where I'm camping at today. So zoomed in on that mountain, there's a little bit of a road right there. If you zoom out of that mountain, you look at those trees right there on top of the mountain, how they go like that in a little dip right there. This is the mountain that I watch the sunrise on from my other campsite. This is where I watched the sun come up over, so I have a really good time lapse. I was camping right over there. Pretty cool. So for a full 360 degrees, there's top of the mountains where we watch the sunset from, right overhead, because the road's right there, and then it goes right up the mountain from there. Try to not make quick, jerky motions. I'll figure that out when I go watch my videos. I was camping somewhere over there. Little hill right in the way. Either way, tonight, this is going to be an amazing sunset. I am definitely marking this spot, and I am keeping this one to come back and visit again. You get up here on a good, clear winter's night. Of course, you can't get here during the winter. You get here, you know, late fall when it's dried up and you get a good sunset at night. Oh my God, this right here is going to be a great spot. I think I'm going to have 2 minutes cloud cover for the night. But still, it'll be something good, even with the cloud cover. I don't remember if I filmed it yesterday or not, but having tacos, I made Mexican rice and some taco meat before I left the house. I've been keeping it in the cooler. And just reheat it on this little skillet here with a propane thing. There's still a bit of warmth out of that. So I did reheat it. Now it's really cold out here, so I bet you we're down in the 50s. It's been generally cold the whole time I've been here. So I haven't had a problem keeping it cool. I don't have a fridge. All I have is a cooler, but the cooler has kept it cool. This may not work in warmer weather, but it definitely works in wintertime weather. So I'm eating my last taco now. The sun has finally set behind those mountains on the horizon. What a view. On top of the screen on the right is clouds, but you can see the pink line. That's the top of the mountains. I don't know what that light right there is, but it sure is bright. I was behind a limb from your point of view. God, shaky cam. That is bright. It is exactly west of where I'm at. I'm going to be researching later on to figure out what that bright light is. That is extremely bright. Wait, I know what it is. BMW high beams. Alright, so what we're gonna do here.
I didn't want to give him the
I have-
but I didn't trust my instincts.
What's this movie called? Wild Hogs. I didn't finish it yesterday, I fell asleep. Dog's in here, he's crashed out on me. I have the Jeep running, warming it up. I've got everything in here up to 80 degrees now. Been running it for about 5 or 10 minutes, so we're gonna shut it off now. And then we're gonna lay down and watch Wild Hogs and go to sleep. I'll wake up morning in time for sunrise.
Good job.